All right, looks like we're live on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. So, today we're going to talk about if you're feeling sad. Have you guys been feeling like sad, depressed, anxious, any of those kind of things? And three things that you can do that will actually help you. And so, if this is your first time joining in, my name is Tina. I'm a happiness coach, and I help business owners that are struggling with feelings of anxiety, depression, frustration, and I do this through sharing a trauma informed change management approach. And I share my own personal experience, strength, and hope so that you are able to take away something from this talk that you can actually apply to your daily life right now. So, feelings of sadness. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so sometimes you can get into this space where you think like nothing's working out. And if you're an entrepreneur, I know you've experienced this where you're like, what is going on? What am I doing? Why, like, nothing's working out, and this is frustrating. This is annoying. This is sad. And, you might be thinking, do I stick with this or do I throw in the towel, committing business suicide? Right? What do you do in those situations, and how do you deal with those things? And so for myself, one of the things that I did find is journaling helps quite a bit in being able to address those issues because what it does for me, and I'm not sure if this does it for you, but it gets things out of my head rather than it spinning through um, all of these different thoughts, all of these different scenarios, and it causes me to slow down and to narrow down my thoughts, slow them down enough that I actually have to think and write them out. So it's a way to pattern interrupt that overthinking mechanism of all these different things. And the only reason that we get in that state where we're feeling that sadness, that depression, is because we are not sure how to actually solve the problem. Because if we knew how to solve the problem, then we wouldn't be in a situation where we're feeling so sad, and we're feeling powerless and out of control, and that we're not able to solve what's going on. So, being able to understand the emotions behind what's going on. For me, I do journaling in two phases. One is more like a data dump, it is just dumping all of the information onto the paper out of my head. They're random, disconnected thoughts. They are not things that are, full sentences, proper punctuation and grammar and spelling and all of that kind of stuff. It's just getting the ideas down on paper. And there have been times, I don't do this too often, but there are times that I will do it in a way that is a little bit more like a mind map, or I will do like little picture reminders. So, like, if I can't get the full thought down fast enough, and I know business owners, we tend to have our minds on the go 24/7, right? It's ongoing, always thinking about something on the go of the different challenges, problems, things that you still need to do, haven't done, need to remember to do. All of those kind of things kind of go through our mind on a constant basis. And so, whether that is ADHD, anxiety, whatever it is, the label isn't the main thing here. The main thing is focusing on what actually works. So, number one is journaling to dump those ideas down. This helps in a couple of different ways. Is one, I've I've been through times where I think the problem is so friggin' overwhelming that I'm not able to cope with everything, and it's hopeless and it's terrible and there's everything is wrong, right? That's how it feels, right? But when you actually start to journal and you start writing down everything that is a problem, then oftentimes what ends up happening, it's not that bad. If you go through those steps and exhaust everything that you have going on in your mind, and it may not even be business related. Maybe it's something with your kids. Maybe it's something with your wife. Maybe it's something with your husband. Whatever it is, it could be a family member, a coworker. Just throwing all of those random thoughts and ideas down on a piece of paper, pencil, pen, whatever it is. It has to be handwriting, right? Not typing the things out. It it has to be paper and pen. Okay. Make sure that you just dump all of those things out. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about even connecting thoughts. Have random thoughts. Get them out of your mind and onto the paper. This allows you to look at things a little bit more objectively, and you're going to find that maybe there aren't so many problems that you thought you had. It may have seemed overwhelming, but I can promise you, you're probably not going to write down like 1,000 problems, right? You will probably come up with maybe the top 10 or the top 20 that are really bothering you. And as you go through this process, you're going to get some insight, you're going to get some clarity, and it can vary from time to time of what that's going to look like. And just going through this process is the number one thing of being able to do that. Writing those things down, even if you don't capture all of the ideas, capturing the main points. Because I know one of the challenges that I have when I'm doing this exercise is that there will be so many ideas, and it's like trying to. Have you ever been at like a carnival or a fair, and you've got like all these, like this water trough, and then there's all these little rubber duckies in it, and then you got to try and fish out one of the rubber duckies from it, and that's the kind of game that you play. That's kind of what it feels like. So you may not be able to capture all of the little rubber duckies as you go through this, but you're going to be able to pick out some of the bigger ones, right? Maybe, and focus on those kind of things. So that's kind of focus on the main things of, hey, Garat, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name here. Garatic. Hello, nice to see you. So journaling, number one thing is get those ideas out of your head. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to give yourself some space from that list. Get them out on the paper so that you have them objectively. You don't have to think about them now because you've got them saved on the piece of paper. You don't have to worry about remembering those kind of things. So getting it out of your head and then taking a step back from it. Go do something else after you journal. Don't try to solve the problem. Don't try to fix it. Just take a step away from it. And this can be going to do something that is comforting for you. So that could be meditation, that could be sitting outside or going for a walk, painting, whatever it is that you find something that is actually comforting. It may be going have a snack, right? So I know these are kind of like kindergarten stuff, right? My day was good. How was yours? So you can go through this kind of stuff and make sure that you are writing those things down, take that step away, and then finding something that is comforting for you. And being able to create a list of things that are comforting, and that can be so making sure that you eat some healthy foods or have your favorite snack as a reward kind of thing. So giving yourself whatever comfort that you need and do it in a timed frame and be able to give yourself some space away from the problems that you're dealing with, right? Away from the sadness. So this isn't as a distraction tool, it is something to, you've emptied out the problems in the journal and now you're filling it up with some good things. So that's the second step of bringing in the comfort into your life and whatever that looks like for you. And then the next thing is take a listen to what is going on with your body. What is it that you actually need? What is it that you need to strengthen yourself? And so sometimes that might mean you've got a lot of excess energy. If you pay attention to what's going on in your body and you are recognizing different signs of what's happening in your body. Maybe you've got a lot of anxiety. If you've got a lot of anxiety, that means you have a lot of energy stored up in your body and you need to do some sort of physical activity to exercise or get rid of that excess energy that you have. So being able to pay attention to, am I feeling a bunch of pent up energy that I need to release? Therefore, find something that could be dance, that could be walking, that could be jumping up and down, could be some exercises, push-ups, whatever it is that you feel like maybe it's running around the house and doing a few manual labor chores that you need to do. It's like sweeping the floors or vacuuming or folding some laundry, whatever it is, right? So burn that excess energy that you have stored in your body. And maybe you find that you're like, when you really tune in to what's going on with your body, you're like, okay, am I really sad and depressed, or do I just need a nap? And what I found is a lot of times these feelings of sadness or depression, I just needed a nap. So back in my day, we used to say, oh, if a child was acting up, and I'm not advocating this, I know times have changed since my abusive childhood. So, um, but we would jokingly say, you need a spanking and put to bed, right? Meaning you've become irritable, you've become unreasonable, you've become unmanageable, and maybe all you need is that nap. The spanking's optional, depends on if you're into that or not. But for me, it's a matter of taking that nap and making sure that you have that downtime and get that rest that you need. And a lot of your problems can be solved with a little bit of sleep. And so it will at least give you a fresh perspective when you wake up from that. If you've allowed yourself that time, that space that you need to actually rest. And most entrepreneurs were running on fumes most of the time. And it's because we can't shut our brain off, we can't turn things off, and there's always something on the go. And if you find that that's the situation, that journaling before you go have your nap, so you have the journaling, then you have something that comforts yourself, and then the third thing is tapping into your sleep and or tapping into your body and understanding, do you have excess energy to burn that you need to move your body, or do you need to rest your body? One of those two. So being able to tap into what is your body feeling, what does your body need right now, and then being able to give yourself that, right? So those are the three things that I find have helped quite a bit. And then after, if you have had a nap or if you've worked out, whatever it is that you needed, then journal again and have a different perspective. And you'll find that instead of more anxious and fearful kind of thoughts that you had originally, you'll have a lot more creative ideas. You'll have a lot more problem solving capabilities when you journal the second time around. You'll be able to understand what it is that's going on with you in order to be able to productively solve whatever challenges you are, or at least prioritize what you need to focus on first. So those usually end up helping me. Those are the three tips that I have for you today. And I know this is going to be a much shorter conversation today and much shorter training. And I will be doing that. As I mentioned before, I am going to be changing some things up and modifying how I do some of these things. So I've got some exciting things, some exciting things that are coming up that I will be working on. And I will be looking to see who is interested in something. So keep an eye out on my social medias if you're following me on TikTok. I will be posting something on this very, very soon. So stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And I'm going to be tapping into some things that I really love to teach about. And I'll be making this a fun way to learn some pretty dry skills, but they are important to learn. And it will be really, really fun. And it'll be a little bit different than a direct teaching approach. This will be more of an indirect learning experience and it'll be much more interactive. So that is something that I am working on, that I'm coming up with, and I'll be launching that very, very soon. So stay tuned for that, guys. And I am going to wrap it up here. So just a refresher, the three things if you're feeling sad that you need to do to help you out right now, today, immediately, is number one, journal. Get all the ideas out onto a piece of paper. Excuse me, out onto a piece of paper. Get them out of your head. Get them onto the paper. Don't worry about spelling, punctuation, grammar, even full sentence thoughts, or whether or not it's connected ideas. Just grab the rubber duckies that are going through the stream, grab the biggest ones, put them on the paper. Step away. Move away. Go do something that's comforting to you. It could be video games, watching TV, watching YouTube's, um, reading, journaling, sorry, not journaling, having a snack, going outside, whatever it is, right? Go find something that's a distraction, that is comforting to you, and that you step away from the problem. You've put it on the paper, you're going to let that simmer for a second and step back from it. Then tune into what does your body need. Do you have excess energy that you need to burn off? Do you feeling extra anxious? You're feeling agitated? Go burn that energy off. Move your body in some sort of way. Chores, and, you know, working out, going for a walk, dancing, just doing jumping jacks or push-ups, whatever it is. If you have that excess energy stored in your body, move your body. If you are feeling drained and depleted and you're feeling sad, then you want to go have a nap. That alone is going to change your perspective. It's going to shift the reality for you. You want to try, if you're going to have a nap, you want to do it in like a 30-minute or a 90-minute increment. If you kind of go in between there, you're going to end up waking up from your nap feeling groggy and less rested. So if you do 30 minutes or 90 minutes, then that is a better nap cycle for you and that you'll wake up feeling more refreshed. And then after you do that, I recommend journaling again because you're going to have a much clearer mind and you're going to have many more creative problem solving capabilities when you wake up from that nap. So, or that if you are burning energy, then once you get that excess energy that's stored in your body out of your body, then you can move to focusing on more creative problem solving. Okay, so guys, with that, we're going to wrap up tonight's conversation and we will be back again tomorrow. So I hope this was helpful. And if you like these shorter formats, let me know. Make sure you comment. If you're on Facebook, leave a comment on Facebook. If you are watching and this is the first time you're watching, then you're going to also want to check out my YouTube channel, which is Coach Tina B 125. Make sure you click on the subscribe button so that you can get notified when I upload the new videos, okay? And that's where I put all of the live training and recordings. I've got over 100 videos there, so if you like this one, then you're going to want to go back and you're going to want the other ones that I've got posted up there that are really helpful as well. So guys, with that, we're going to wrap it up. Have a great night and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.